You guys hear me talking about living in New Braunfels every single week, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel every single week. But am I being fair about New Braunfels? I mean, am I being objective? Or am I leaving something out, something I'm not telling you? So today you're gonna hear from real people moving to New Braunfels, and then you're gonna hear from real people, actual people who already live in New Braunfels. Do they like it here, or do they wanna pack up and just get out of Dodge? Let's start with the families who plan on moving here this year or next. And all these families we're gonna talk about, we're actually helping to relocate to New Braunfels. We all met on this channel. Take Adam, Erica, and their daughter from Phoenix. That's Adam right there, and his family is getting ready to close on this beautiful home in New Braunfels in March. Adam says, hey, they're looking forward to getting outdoors. He says they can't do that in the summer in Phoenix because it's just too darn hot. Average temperature in Phoenix in the summer is around 104 degrees. In New Braunfels, it's around 94 degrees. Adam says their daughter loves being outdoors and that she's looking forward to going tubing. Just some of the reasons why Adam decided to drive 1,000 miles to New Braunfels in January to find their new home. Adam knows that there's always something to do outdoors in New Braunfels, whether you're tubing, going to the water park, fishing, golfing, hiking, playing, very active lifestyle in New Braunfels. Then there's Jeremy and Louise and their son moving here from California this month. Main reasons for their move here: a shifting political climate and higher taxes in California. So they need a lifestyle change. Plus, they're attracted to our lower cost of living in New Braunfels, and they can work remotely these days, which is something I'm hearing a lot of. It's why Matt and Sandra from Maine are actually moving up their move date to March this year. Matt says, quote, "The coronavirus now allows my wife to work anywhere with an internet connection." And Matt and Sandra, another big reason, which is what I'm hearing quite a bit these days. In Maine, the political climate is shifting, like people say it's shifting in California. Plus, they just want to be around other like-minded people. Like-minded people, they also want that hill country setting, more room, more elbow space, and New Braunfels is the ideal place for that, especially for families like theirs needing 1 acre minimum, whether that's at Copper Ridge or Vintage Oaks, both just a few minutes away from downtown New Braunfels. Hill country living is what attracts so many families who need that space, and they need those views as well. You get that at so many places in New Braunfels, including Havenwood at Hunter's Crossing, where you're never gonna find a cookie cutter house. Or if you wanna be a little bit further away, we have that too in Spring Branch, Mystic Shores, Canyon Lake area. Eric and his wife from Michigan have their eyes on that prize, on that area, because they have a lot of water toys. They have the boats, they have the wave runners, and they can work from home. So Spring Branch is perfect for them. If you want more information on the top rated neighborhoods in New Braunfels, I dropped the link, the video in the description below. I want to know what you think. Let me know. What do you think about living in New Braunfels? What do you think about moving to New Braunfels? Drop your comments in the comments section below. Sometimes moving to New Braunfels has everything to do with just something simple like family. Adriana and James moved to South Carolina for career opportunities. Now they're ready to move back to New Braunfels this summer with their firstborn and a lot closer to their extended family. Are all these families making the right decision to move to New Braunfels, or could they be wrong in that decision? Stick around. In a couple seconds, we're gonna actually hear from people, real people living in New Braunfels. Moving to an area you're not at all familiar with could be a huge risk. Take Thomas and Jennifer from California, and here's a story we're hearing all too familiar these days. Unstable environment in California, proposed higher taxes, a shifting political climate is motivating Thomas and Jennifer to move to New Braunfels this summer. They have a plan to move their extended family to New Braunfels too, including mom, siblings, nieces, and nephews. Thomas says he wants to make sure his family is set for the next 50 years in New Braunfels. That's an awesome vision. Are all these families making the right decision? Isn't there a huge risk in leaving what you know and moving to a place you don't know? Time to find out. Let's talk to the people actually living in New Braunfels, more specifically, the transplants. We posted this question on Facebook recently, and we got a ton of responses. Here's what people who are living here have to say. Alyssa's been here in New Braunfels 3.5 years, from Chicago. She says, quote, "We love it here so much, we definitely feel like we won the living location lottery." Alyssa's right, our location right smack dab in the middle of San Antonio and Austin is ideal, plus surrounded by all of our natural resources. David moved from Wyoming, where the winters there can be very cold, very windy, just very snowy, just like brrr weather. So naturally his family has taken a liking to New Braunfels. David says, quote, "We love the rivers, the free entertainment for the kids, the friendliness of the locals, and the variety of food, among other things." David admits, hey, not everything is perfect, and says the school system seems like it can be improved because in Wyoming, third graders learn to code and they learn computer skills. Robert moved to New Braunfels from Houston in 2013. He says he loves it here, but it's growing so fast and there's only one grocery store, type of grocery store, and the city needs to fix a lot of the side streets. All right, my soapbox for just a second. I hear this all the time. We only have one grocery store. We only have H-E-B. We don't have competing grocery stores. I get it. I come from a state that had only one grocery store, and it was dark, it was dingy, and the shelves were practically always empty, and the service was never great. H-E-B, on the other hand, is not dark, it's not dingy, and the service, to me, it's fantastic. The side streets and everything else, the traffic. Look, hey, when your town doubles in 10 years and when it's approaching 100,000 people, probably the next couple of years, you're going to have infrastructure challenges. You're gonna see orange cones, you're gonna see detour signs, but I get it. I understand people want that small town, they want it to be relaxed, I get it. But with growth comes all of these challenges. Amanda moved from Iowa to New Braunfels 6 years ago and says, she's never felt like home here, but likes being so close to so many things to do, like the summers, floating the river, but she says she misses the Midwest and that there's no place like home. These are real people talking about real stuff about living in New Braunfels. Hey, if you want to know what it's like to live in New Braunfels, subscribe to my channel here. We have a new video every week, and if you want to find out about everything that we've done so far, check out the video links in the description below. Ellen says living in New Braunfels reminds her of home growing up in Ohio along Lake Erie and Grand River. She says she likes how the New Braunfels community comes together for events like the parades and the county fair. We do have a ton of events and activities year-round in New Braunfels, from our largest event called the Wurst Fest, a celebration of our German culture, to celebrating our Hispanic culture, to our Christmas tree lighting and parade, Old Green Market Days, our Saturday Farmers Market. There's just so much to do in New Braunfels. Christina moved from California to New Braunfels. She said they had a difficult move, but are so thankful to be in New Braunfels right now. Quote, she says, "I love the culture and nature activities." Christina says she respects the conservative values of the hard-working, honest, and kind people we've met here. How about KC? He's from Canada. He says New Braunfels is the prettiest part of Texas. He loves the hill country and all the water activities. He also loves living downtown and enjoying all the local businesses there. Casey says he'll be here forever. Sounds like Danae will be here a while too. She moved from Michigan to New Braunfels 7 years ago. Danae admits the summers are hot here, but other than that, New Braunfels is perfection. Danae says, quote, "I'm extremely conservative and love living in Texas because of our values and stance on many issues." Will Green moved to New Braunfels from Tennessee, and he loves the overall atmosphere, small town feel, and being so close to almost everything. He says his kids love our schools. Christina moved here from Houston, and she says she's never seen a community come together to support each other like New Braunfels. Everything from fundraisers to business owners being so supportive. Christina says the beauty of the rivers has nothing on the beautiful people. Gwendolyn has been here since 2009, here in New Braunfels, all the way from Mississippi, and she says, hey, she's not going anywhere. Leah moved here from the Fort Worth area 2 years ago and has never regretted one moment of that move. Leah says the only downfall is traffic when there's an accident. And I'm sure our transplants from large metro areas are laughing about us when we talk about our traffic here in New Braunfels. So even the traffic it's relative. Mickey moved to New Braunfels from Austin in April because of the price and place. Absolutely, absolutely. Our cost of living in New Braunfels is lower than Austin's. You can watch our cost of living video in the description below. Mickey says she loves New Braunfels and doesn't plan on going anywhere else. What about you? Are you staying put in New Braunfels? Are you considering maybe calling New Braunfels home? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you're getting ready to make that move, I'd love to be your real estate agent of choice in New Braunfels. All you have to do is email me, you can call me, or you can shoot me a text. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.